2009 Infiniti G37 S. All of them is the same thing. It's just drivetrain, rear wheel drive or all wheel drive, but this one is the rear wheel drive version. So yeah, I'm just gonna change the the outer tie rods on this Infiniti G37S before I send it in for alignment. Yeah, these are the outer tie rods. Outer tie rods. Doing this with one hand now. They send a brand new carter pin. Okay then, so yeah, they also send a brand new carter pin for this. Yeah, so outer tie rod. Let me turn the lights on, let me see. So this is it, the outer tie rod. See? So you hear some little, especially something you drive and you hear some little clunking or some it just turns a little bit loose. It can be the inner, there's also an inner tie rod inside here. This is the inner tie rod. That's the inner and that's the outer, which is this one, see? Which is this one. Outer tie rod. So I'm gonna replace it. This is like I think it's a 17. So 17 there. So you can use a socket, but you have to first remove the carter pin. This is called a carter pin. And then a 19 spanner to loosen that, and don't loosen it too much, because when you're replacing it, you want the outer tie rod to be as close to alignment as possible, just in case say you don't take your car in for alignment same time or same day. You can drive with it for like a day or two, but if you don't do alignment, basically what happens is your inside of your tire will be eaten off. Like inside here will get smooth over time, that's how you know you need alignment. But yeah, so I'm gonna change both sides actually. Change both sides. Yeah, so the first thing you actually have to do is release the carter pin. Oh shit, sorry. This is called a carter pin, as I just said. Release it. Just push it forward. You see? That's the head. You want it to be as straight as possible because there's a hole between the stud. So you want it to push it as straight as possible so you can actually pull it through. You can actually just break these off, if you have a, because sometimes the part come with a new carter pin and sometimes it doesn't. But if it already come with brand new ones, you can actually just break these off and pull it through. But sometimes I like to try and keep them, because it's always good to have extra carter pin laying about, because tie rods and ball joints use the same thing, because that's a lower ball joint. You notice? Focus. Lower ball joint also use one. Hold on one sec. Yeah, let me see. The lower ball joint also use one. Carter pin, safety pin. Yeah. So let's say make it as straight as possible and get something to pull it through, or you can have something and tap it, but sometimes it won't come through. 1 second, I get back. Yeah, so as you can see, as I say, make it as straight as possible and pull it out. Okay then. So that's what it actually looks like. Call up carter pin. Yeah. And see, there's a hole. Focus. There's a hole that goes straight through. So when you tighten this nut, it doesn't loosen itself over time or back off, loosen itself over time and cause your alignment to go out, or if it falls off, that would be very bad, because this is what you use to steer your car, you know. So if this ever loosens and it falls out, one will be going left, the other will be going right, and you don't want that going like 100 down the highway. So yeah, so the nut for the outer tie rod is actually a 19. Sorry about that, I'm used to always working on unders. Yeah, so it's actually a 19. So you're gonna put the socket on it and get your ratchet angle, your breaker bar. The breaker bar will be much easier, and then you loosen it, you know. And then you loosen it. You know, left it loose, right it tighty. Put it back on there. So, left loosey, right it tighty. Should just spray a little bit of WD-40 to make it really slightly faster. Yeah. So you can get the gun now and use on it. See? Okay. Yeah, so that's nut. Then you just bang it through. But say for instance you're gonna reuse your outer tie rod, what you would do is actually put the nut back on, because if you use a hammer to bang the thread, it would damage it, and then you can't tighten it back when you need it to be tightened. So you put the nut back on. Call it, so yeah, put it on as flush as possible, so when you bang it you don't actually damage the thread. You tap it down with a hammer or something heavy. Yeah, so just tap it. They have special tools for this. See, now I tap it and it went down, it released just a little bit. Yeah, that's what you want, because it goes in like a crown groove like, so you can loosen it back. But yeah, it's because you tapped it, it actually moved the thread a little bit, so you have to use a gun. Oh, it's turning, that's really bad. Then hopefully put the pressure up. So as I say, loosen the nut, the 19, get a 19 spanner and loosen that, but don't loosen it too much, because you want to keep the alignment as straight or as aligned as possible. So when you take it off, you may sometimes these are slightly longer, slightly shorter. So you're gonna when you take off your outer tie rod, measure them together and see if there's any differences, like longer or shorter, and then keep this nut. Don't loosen this nut too much where you're gonna throw off the alignment too much, right? Yeah, so you're gonna take your 22 spanner. You're gonna only put it onto the nut, as I said. Put it onto the nut. Remember, left to loosey, right it tighty. So again, the 22mm spanner and the nut on the inside of the outer tie rod, left loosey, right it tighty. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so as I say, gonna loosen that. Fuck you, piece of shit. Loosen that. So as I said, don't loosen it too much where it will throw the alignment off too much, guys. If you notice, look, it's turning and the inner tire is also turning. See? So that's how your alignment changes, because you don't want to loosen it too much where it throw it off the alignment. So you take this off, you take this end off now, drop it down, and you turn the outer tire till it comes off completely. Give me a sec. I'll be back. Nut and washer. See that? Then you're gonna now turn the outer tire till it comes off. Remember, don't loosen that too much. So you're gonna continue turning the outer tire till it comes off. Keep turning it. I think the inner tire need to be changed too. Sometimes it's loose, but let me see. It's still usable. It's not shaking, because when it's going in and out like this, that means it's bad. The outer one is actually the outer, but look, see, it's not supposed to be this free. And it's actually coming in and out like this, in and out. That's why you know it's bad. But the inner tire is not too bad. It's bad, but it's usable for a while, because it's not going in and out where it's gonna cause your wheel to vibrate or throw off your alignment. Yeah, it's good. It's not moving whatsoever. Okay, and that's good. So this is the outer tire. Remember I said to you, you're gonna see if there's any differences in them. So you're gonna put them together, line them up as best as you can. So cute. Line them up as best as you can. Line them up as best as you can to see if there's any difference in the length. Then you will know if you have to adjust the inner nut. This one seems to be close enough. So remember, after changing these, you need to go take your car to do an alignment. I'm going to change both sides. All you have to do is reverse the process. Take that off, put it into the knuckle, screw that on to the inner tie rod closer to the nut, then you tighten the nut. That's where you lock it in place. Oh, I forgot to show you. See? Alright. You see how I can literally just move this with ease? It's like that's really blown out. But it's not as easy to pull it in and out by hand. But when it's on the car, because the car has weight, you can actually see it goes in and out. That's how you know it's really bad. The ball joint will actually come out of the place and it will cause your car to get in an accident. So this one is harder to move. That's how you know it's pretty good. See, I full strength and everything. See, it's not moving, it's not going back in place. Yeah, this one you just flicks back in place. Look, just flicks back in place. That's really done. This one, it stays wherever you move it to. So reverse the process. You put it on, you turn it, just keep turning it until it's close to the nut. Keep turning. And then you put the ball joint into the knuckle, as I say, right there. So you're gonna try and use the washer back in place. It came with a new nut, so you're gonna use the new nut that came with the outer tie rod. Yeah, use the new nut. Okay. Doing this with one hand. Let me see how good I am. You have to kind of push it up. That's why it's kind of slightly difficult. So you thread it on as close as possible. Just thread it on. Okay, you see the hole that goes straight through? You're gonna tighten it where you can see, where you can push the collar pin straight through. Okay, see? You see how close it is? So now, after you do all this, then you're gonna use the spanner and tighten it back in place so it doesn't vibrate and loosen and throw off your alignment. Yeah, so that's the finished job. So to complete it, you're gonna put the card pin straight through, as I said. There's a little hole there. You know what? Let me do it my way, cause normally I don't know why. Actually, yeah, go like this. Put it through. You're gonna put the card pin through, and you're gonna open the ends. Just open the ends. One left, one right. Open the ends. You know? See how it looks? These are the ends that you open, so the nut don't loosen over time and cause your tie rod to wear faster than it should. Okay then. So as I was saying to you, the inner tie rod, it's not bad cause it's hard. See, you notice the difference with the other one. Oh, the other one was loose. I have to be using a good amount of strength to rotate this one. It's actually good. Okay then. So that's how you change your outer tie rod on a Infiniti G37. All cars are basically the same, just sometimes it's on top, sometimes it's on bottom, but it's basically the same concept. One nut, you loosen it up as flat as possible, tap it down. There's an inner nut. Sometimes there's two nuts. Some cars come with actually two. It's like this one is a tightening, this nut is the tightening nut, and then there's a extra nut behind. It's called a locking nut. So this one doesn't back up over time, but this car is designed different. So, you know, that's a complete job. Put the wheels back on, take your car for alignment. So again, 2009 Infiniti G37. This is the S. There is no axle. If you notice, there is no axle. Okay then. Outer tie rod has been changed. Caught up in. So 22. So it's a 22 nut, 19 nut. Outer tie rod completed.